Hello, I'm Eric Wiley, one of the owners and founders of PacRez Mortgage. I'm here to talk to you today on Wiley's Weekly Wisdom about 3 factors that relate to housing values and whether or not you should consider one area over another. And that is the famous 3 words, location, location, location. Now, why do I say location, 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 or really just let's combine that into location? Why is that so important? Well, first off, when you look at the country, a lot of data or a lot of media is related to national housing stats. So national housing inventory, how many homes are for sale, national median home values. That's again, national, not regional, not local, maybe statewide, countywide, citywide, even parts of cities, because some towns and cities are of all different sizes and have different geographies within those markets that make them sub-markets that can cause differences in home values and whether or not something could be deemed a good buy. And that, of course, could relate differently to who you are, what you're trying to accomplish with real estate, and what you're trying to do over what period of time. So if you are looking to move into your first home, so buy a home to live in, well, that's one equation. If you're looking to invest in real estate, maybe you don't want to pay top dollar for one side or one area that has certain amenities. You're instead going to look at what's the greatest return on that investment. So not only acquiring the asset, and that is the real estate, and you might use financing for that, that's also maintaining it, that is renting it, that is movement and momentum of what's going on in that marketplace. The same really relates to buying and living in a home, in that you're looking at what amenities are around there, what is the movement or momentum of the marketplace. So there is the velocity of real estate. Is real estate moving quickly? Is it taking a long time to sell? How about the momentum? How many homes are for sale? Is the market turning? And do you have opportunity to buy a home that you're looking for, or are there just so few listings that you are not able to really be a choosy buyer, and it's more of a seller's market in that case? So nationally, we've had a lot of media attention on median home values. Well, median home values takes a little bit of education on what those are to both validate and discount what that means. So across, if you had 100 homes for sale, median is just the 50th home in there, the 50th and 51st basically, where you'd have 101 homes for sale to get to 51 being the middle value. The middle value is the median value, but the amount of homes that are of a certain price range below that and above that change in different markets. And so you can actually have median values going down, but housing values going up, just by way of, is a type of home not really in the market? Are the lower priced homes not available for sale? Are the higher priced homes not available for sale? That will change what you see in the market. Now you also have housing inventory. So when you go to buy a home, how many homes are out there and how many buyers are out there that you're competing with for those homes? So that's the housing inventory side. If you're selling a home, you might find that some housing inventories that are beneficial to buyers are not necessarily beneficial to a seller, meaning that there may be a lot of homes for sale and they're not moving in some markets. Whereas if you're a home seller, there's not a lot of homes for sale and you're not necessarily worried about your next home, then you can have an advantage in that marketplace. So everything is very unique to an area though. There are economic factors that relate to an area. There are amenities with respect to a particular community, maybe a view property, something that is more valuable and seen by many people as more valuable than others. Think about it this way. If you're at the coast and you have a beachfront property and then you have a street and then the home on the next side over of that street, most likely the home, unless there's a beach erosion issue, the home at the front side of the beach, so facing the beach, is gonna have more value, even if it's the same home, even if it's a lesser home, because the value is in the view. And so location right there could be literally right across the street. Whereas if you have a big employer leaving town, location might matter. But it also might provide an opportunity to pick up housing at a lower price point when you're thinking over time that the vacancy, the void of that employer leaving town is going to be filled by another employer over the next 5 or 10 years. If you have a new development, new construction, new commercial construction, you have more economy coming to an area and it's on the newer, earlier side of that, that's a great time to get into a property if in fact that's the property you're looking for, the price point you're looking for, the other amenities you're looking for. So markets and movements and momentum and velocity all come into play as to location, location, location. So again, location could be one side of the country, the other side of the country, top, bottom. It could be areas that have sun, areas that don't have sun, areas that have harsher winters, areas that have more sunshine year-round. You have lots of different factors that relate to housing. You also have costs of living in an area. So you have values being affected by not just the housing price or the acquisition cost, not necessarily just the monthly payment, whatever that looks like for your property, but what's it going to cost over time? So taxation is different in different geographies. Taxation can be different one community to the next, right down a community, even if there's a county line that divides and one county's taxes are higher than another county's taxes. So you might find more benefits by being associated with the higher county tax county as well. There are so many factors that go into what can be seen as location affecting the housing value, momentum, movement, but also your values in terms of what you're looking for when it comes to real estate. So location isn't just one state versus the next, one county versus the next, one town versus the next. It can literally be across the street. Makes a difference in housing and housing value and what is going to ultimately be the value for the next buyer. So when you're buying a home, you're buying it for you, whether that's to live there, to invest into it, any other reasons that you have, you're doing it at that time for your value. Now, you can also look at housing as, I'm doing it at this time for my value, but what is the takeout value? So when I decide to sell the property, are there factors that are going to make one property a better investment than another, a better purchase than another, a better livability experience than another? Those things all can relate to location. So again, the big three are location, location, location. Hope you enjoyed the wordplay off that, but really housing has a lot to do with a specific home's amenities and its geographical location.